So the first big question is, will nuclear weapons be used in this war at any point? And my intuition tells me it won't be, okay, for many, many reasons, okay? The first major reason is this is huge taboo against the use of nuclear weapons. If America were to detonate a nuke, America would lose all credibility, all authority among its allies and among the world. And we have to remember, this war is being fought to reestablish American credibility and authority in the world. Putin's invasion of Ukraine did a great deal of damage to Americans' reputation. And fighting this war in Ukraine is to reestablish the idea that America is still the global hegemon, that it is still a unipolar world. And so by detonating a nuke, it shows the desperation, anxiety, and quite honestly, incompetence of the American military. Okay, so for that reason, I don't think America will use nukes. Also, even though Putin has not publicly stated that he will retaliate if America will use a nuke against Iran, he hasn't done this publicly because it's not to his advantage to say it publicly. But I'm sure that through back channels, through intermediaries, Putin has made this very clear to the Americans. Putin will tolerate an American invasion of Iran, but he will not tolerate nuclear weapons being used in this war. So I think we can discount the use of nukes in this war. Second question is, what are unknowns going into this war? Okay, well, I think there are three big unknowns. The first big unknown is, what happens if the Americans kill the supreme leader of Iran? This would trigger a secession crisis. His son is supposed to take over in the case of the death of the Ayatollah, but he's extremely unpopular and he's not that competent. So I'm not sure if the death of the supreme leader, the assassination of the supreme leader, what that would do to the dynamic of this war. But I would assume that this would be a huge advantage for the Americans and the Israelis. So I think that's a big question. Will they be able to assassinate the supreme leader? Okay, that's the first big question. Second big question is, what will Putin's response be? And I think, as we know, Putin has withdrawn a lot of his Russian advisors from Iran, and Putin has stayed pretty quiet in the matter. And